Welcome, dear students, to our video lesson on the role of individuals in conservation of natural resources. Today, we will explore how each of us can make a significant impact in preserving our planet for future generations. Understanding natural resources. Let's start with some definitions and types. Natural resources. These are materials or substances occurring in nature which can be exploited for economic gain. They include water, air, minerals, forests, and fossil fuels. What are some examples of natural resources you use daily? For example, water we use for drinking, cooking, and cleaning. As well, electricity generated from coal or natural gas for household appliances. These are natural resources. Another term is renewable resources. These are resources that can be replenished naturally over time, such as sunlight, wind, and biomass. Can you think of renewable resources you rely on? Let us take an example. Solar panels on rooftops for electricity and wind turbines in certain regions generating power for communities. These are the renewable resources. Non-renewable resources. Non-renewable resources are the resources that do not replenish at a sufficient rate of sustainable economic extraction, such as oil, coal, and natural gas. Why is it important to conserve non-renewable resources? Oil is used for fuel and its scarcity could lead to higher prices and limited availability. So, it is important to conserve the non-renewable resources. Another example is coal mining. Coal mining can impact the environment through habitat destruction and pollution. So, non-renewable resources are very important. Importance of natural resources. They provide the raw material for our daily needs. How do natural resources impact our daily life? Let's take an example. Timber from forests used to build homes and furniture. Water used in agriculture to grow food crops. These natural resources are used in our daily needs. They are essential for economic development and sustainability. In what ways do natural resources contribute to the economy? Let us take an example. Fisheries providing employment and food resources, and minerals like copper and iron used in manufacturing and technology. They support ecosystem and biodiversity. How do natural resources help maintaining the biodiversity? Forests provide habitats for countless species of plants and animals. Wetlands filter water and support diverse aquatic life. This way, they support ecosystem and biodiversity. Now, let us talk about the environmental crisis. Current state of natural resources. Rapid depletion due to overconsumption and unsustainable practices. What are some unsustainable practices that lead to resource depletion? These are overfishing, depleting marine populations, deforestation for agriculture or urban development, population and climate change impacting the availability and quality of resources. How does population affect natural resources? Industrial waste contaminating rivers and lakes, air population from vehicles and factories contributing to climate change. These are examples of pollution and climate change impacting the availability and quality of resources. Loss of biodiversity and ecosystem. What are the consequences of losing biodiversity? Extinction of species disrupting food chains. Loss of medicinal plants reducing potential healthcare solutions. This way, loss of biodiversity can affect ecosystem. The environmental crisis has consequences of inaction of human, scarcity of essential resources leading to economic and social instability. How can resources scarcity lead to conflicts? For example, water shortages causing disputes between communities or countries. Competition for limited arable land leading to regional conflicts. Another crisis is irreversible damage to the environment and loss of species. Let us see what are some species that have been affected by habitat loss. The orangutan population declining due to deforestation in Indonesia. Coral reefs dying due to ocean acidification and population. Another crisis is adverse health effects on human populations. How can environmental degradation impact human health? Air pollution causing respiratory issues like asthma. Contaminated water sources leading to waterborne diseases. How can human action bring solution to these crises? The power of individual action. Reduce, reuse, recycle. What does it mean by reduce? Minimize waste by consuming less and choosing sustainable products. What are some ways you can reduce waste in your daily life? For example, using reusable shopping bags instead of single-use plastic bags. Another example is buying products with minimal packaging. Reuse. Extend the life of items by finding new users for them instead of discarding. Can you share examples of items you have repurposed or reused? For example, using old jars for storage or as planters, donating clothes to charity instead of throwing them away. Recycle. Properly sort and dispose of recyclable material to reduce landfill waste. How well is recycling managed in your community? Availability of curbside recycling programs, community recycling centers for electronics and hazardous waste. Individual action can be taken for energy conservations. Use energy efficient appliances and light bulbs. What are some energy efficient products we use? LED light and bulbs. Energy star rated appliances. The 5-star rated appliances can use minimum energy. Turn off lights and unplug devices when not in use. How can you remind yourself and others to conserve energy at home? Using smart plugs to automatically turn off devices. Putting reminders on light switches to turn off the lights. Opt for renewable energy resources when possible, such as solar or wind power. Are there renewable energy options available in your area? Solar panel installation programs can be done. Community wind farms providing local energy can be made available. Some actions of human to conserve water. Fix leaks and use water saving fixtures. How much water do you think is wasted through leaks? A dripping faucet can waste gallons of water daily. Leaky toilets wasting up to 200 gallons of water per day. Take shorter showers and turn off the tap while brushing teeth. What are some habits you can adopt to conserve water? Setting a timer to limit shower time, using a cup of water to rinse while brushing teeth. Collect rainwater for gardening and other non-drinking purposes. Have you or someone you know tried rainwater harvesting? Using rain barrels to collect water for garden use. Installing a rainwater harvesting system for irrigation. The another power of individual action is sustainable transportation. Use public transportation, carpool, bike or walk instead of driving alone. What are the benefits of using public transportation? Reducing traffic congestion and lowering emissions, and saving money on fuel and parking. Maintain vehicles to improve fuel efficiency. How does regular maintenance improve a vehicle's fuel efficiency? Keeping tires properly inflated to reduce fuel consumption. Regular oil change and engine tune-ups to maintain performance. These maintenance activity of vehicles can improve fuel efficiency. Support and advocate for public policies that promote sustainable transportation options. What policies could improve transportation sustainability in your area? Expanding bike lanes and pedestrian pathways. Investing in electric public transport infrastructure. These activities can support the sustainable transportation options. How can we support the sustainable practices? Choose products from companies that prioritize sustainability. How can you identify sustainable products? Look for certifications like Fair Trade, Organic or FSC. Research company practices and sustainability reports. Another way is support local farmers and sustainable agriculture practices. What are the benefits of supporting local farmers? Fresher produce with a smaller carbon footprint, strengthening the local economy and reducing transportation emissions. Participate in community cleanup events and conservation projects. Have you participated in any community environmental initiatives? For example, beach cleanup drives, tree planting campaigns. To free our planet from environmental crisis, we have to educate and inspire others. Raising awareness. Share knowledge about conservation with family, friends, and community. How can you effectively communicate the importance of conservation to others? By hosting informational workshops or talks, creating and distributing educational materials, use social media platforms to promote environmental awareness and actions. What are some effective ways to use social media for environmental advocacy? Sharing informative posts and videos about conservation, participating in or starting environmental awareness campaigns, organize or participate in local environmental education events. What kinds of local events could raise awareness about environmental issues? Hosting an Earth Day fair with various eco-friendly activities. Organizing a sustainability workshop or seminars. Advocacy and policy change. Advocate for policies that protect natural resources at local, national, and global levels. What policies would you advocate for the protect natural resources? Implementing stricter regulations on industrial pollution, promoting subsidies for renewable energy projects, support non-profit organizations dedicated to conservation efforts. Do you know of any organizations that work towards conservation? Let's take examples. The World Wildlife Fund WWF working on global conservation. The Sierra Club promoting clean energy and sustainable practices. Vote for leaders and policies that prioritize environmental sustainability. How can you stay informed about the environmental policies of political candidates? Researching candidates' platforms and public statements on environmental issues, and by following environmental advocacy groups for recommendations and endorsements. Dear friends, thus every action, no matter how small, contribute to the larger goal of conserving our natural resources. By making conscious choices and encouraging others to do the same, we can collectively create a sustainable future. Remember, the power to protect our planet lies in our hands. Thank you for joining this lesson on the role of individuals in conservation of natural resources. Let's take action today for a better tomorrow. Friends, if you yet not subscribed to my channel, please click the subscribe button and share the video link to your friends. Thank you.